Okay guys, so is it just me or is the ending to Wano giving off some major Alabasta vibes? Now maybe this is just me giving into the copium a little too much, but I honestly think that with the way things ended in chapter 1057, that we are in for a major surprise at the end of chapter 1058 with Carrot being revealed to be on board the Thousand Sunny and requesting to join the crew. And now before you call me crazy, just hear me out real quick. If we go all the way back to the ending of the Alabasta arc in chapter 216, we got the heartbreaking reveal that Vivi was deciding to stay behind in Alabasta and help rule the country instead of continuing her journey with the Straw Hat crew. Now, I wasn't actually part of the fandom back when that chapter dropped for the first time, so I don't know exactly how it was for everyone else when they read it, but for me personally, when I got to that part of the story, it was very heartbreaking to find out that Vivi was actually going to be staying behind, because we had seen her throughout this entire time interacting with the Straw Hat crew, going on these journeys, and it really felt like the natural conclusion to things was for her to become a full-fledged member. I mean, it even seemed like she was actually going to end up joining the crew when she decided to meet up with them as they were setting sail, only for Oda to basically just throw us a curveball and give us one of the, in my opinion, most emotional moments of the entire series. So yeah, Vivi, the character who seemed like a shoo-in to join the crew, decided to stay behind in her home country. Then in the very next chapter, we got the extremely random reveal that Nico Robin, someone who was technically their enemy just a few chapters before, was hiding on the ship and asked to join the crew, which was probably one of the most surprising moments we've ever had in One Piece period, because no one in their right mind thought that Nico Robin of all characters would end up asking to become Nakama. Now you're probably thinking, what does any of this have to do with Wano? Well, let's connect the dots and look at chapter 1057. For like almost a whole year, a huge part of the fandom have been basically campaigning for Yamato to join the crew. And I mean, with good reason, all the signs were pretty much there showing that the character most likely was going to end up joining at some point at the end of the arc. But instead, in chapter 1057, Oda once again decided to throw the curveball of having her decide to stay behind in Wano in order to basically follow in the footsteps of Odin by traveling throughout Wano, and then after she gets done traveling through Wano, setting sail to sea by herself for some strange reason. So once again, we have a fan favorite character who all the signs pointed to them joining the Straw Hats, but instead they decide to stay behind in their home country. And I mean, the similarities between the two arcs couldn't be any more obvious. Even when it comes to the final boss of both arcs, it could basically be summed up to Luffy fighting a tyrant who invaded the country and took it over. And I mean, all this has me thinking, with so many things being so obviously similar in both arcs, doesn't that mean we're in for one more similarity? And that's what happened at the end of chapter 217, with the surprise reveal of Robin asking to join the crew. I think we're actually going to be seeing the same thing happen with Carrot in the next chapter, chapter 1058. And before you say, no, that's not possible because Carrot's going to be the new ruler, Zoe, it's already been confirmed, yada yada. Well, I say to that, she never actually accepted the job. In chapter 1056, when she was told she was chosen to be the new ruler, she aggressively denies her qualifications to do the job. And despite everyone else around her telling her, hey, you'll be the most fit for the job and we'll help you out as much as we can, we end the scene with her basically still never actually taking up the position. And we also end that scene with her being reminded that she's the one who was meant to inherit Pedro's will. But what Carrot knows, and we as the readers know, but we can assume that I guess the other mix might not know, is that Pedro wanted more than anything else to go on a journey on the sea like the cat and dog did with Odin. So because we never actually see Carrot accept the job, and because she's being reminded of her being the one to inherit Pedro's will, I still think there's a strong possibility that at the end of chapter 1058, she's going to show up and request to join the Straw Hat crew. Anyway, that is it for the video guys, thanks for watching, let me know what you guys think about what I had to say in the comment section down below. I'm expecting to get a lot of flack for this, but hey, if I end up being right and we end up seeing her in chapter 1058 on board the Thousand Sunny, remember this video. But that's it for the video guys, thank you all for watching and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.